Have you ever held on to the wrong person for too long in your business, even when you knew deep down it wasn't the right fit? Jim Collins, in his book Good to Great, taught something powerful. One of the most important responsibilities of a leader is getting the right people on the bus and then making sure they're sitting in the right seats. When you do this, everything moves forward more easily. When you don't, it doesn't matter how strong your vision is, the bus just struggles to get anywhere. I learned this lesson the hard way about 25 years ago when I owned a restaurant. I had a server who was struggling. She was a nice person, dependable and hardworking, but she just couldn't juggle. What I mean by juggling is that she couldn't keep track of where each of her tables were in the dining experience. For example, one table needed their drink order, another table needed their check, a third table was just being seated and needed to be greeted. In the restaurant world, you either have the ability to juggle or you just don't, and she simply didn't. Rather than face the uncomfortable reality, I kept trying to fix her. After her shifts, I would sit down with her and coach her on how to juggle. She wasn't getting any better. And finally, after one particularly frustrating meeting, she just looked at me, exhausted, and said, "Andy, will you please just fire me?" So I acquiesced to her request and fired her on the spot. And I haven't had a problem firing employees since then. That moment hit me hard. It taught me something that stuck with me ever since. It's not just unfair to the business to keep the wrong person in the wrong seat. It's unfair to the person too. She wasn't thriving, and no amount of coaching was going to turn her into something she wasn't designed to be. The bottom line was she wasn't on the right bus, and she definitely wasn't in the right seat. I've realized that making these tough decisions quickly and compassionately isn't just about protecting the business. It's about giving people the opportunity to find where they can thrive, even if it's somewhere else. So here's the critical question for you to think about today. Do I have the right people on my bus? And are they in the right seats? Or where am I tolerating misalignment because it's uncomfortable to make a change? And lastly, what would my business look like in 6 months from now if every seat was filled by the right person? If you can't answer each one of these questions with a confident, "I've got this," it's a sign to make some changes. Because the longer you tolerate misalignment, the more it costs your business, your team, and even the people who would thrive somewhere else. The discomfort of making a tough decision today is nothing compared to the momentum and success you can unlock by getting the right people in the right seat so you can experience explosive, intelligent growth.